Hello guys, I welcome you back to another tutorial. So I'll be showing us how to sew and cut 360 and 720 degree flared. Then I'm going to start with 360 degree flared using the measurement on the screen. If you don't understand the measurement, please make sure you comment under this video, then I'll get back to you. So first thing I'll be doing, I'll be folding my fabric, the edge of my Ankara fabric. I'll be folding it. The way I fold it here, you may not understand better, but if you watch the next video, you will understand better. So I'm going to fold it like that and cut it out from my fabric. And again, after cutting it out, I'm going to refold again. I'm going to refold again. Just watch what I'm doing here. I will refold again in order not to misuse my fabric. I will refold again. Then I'm going to fold it again into 4. So I'm going to fold it again into 4. Just follow the tutorial, just follow my steps, you will understand better. So the measurement we are dealing with is waist 45, waist 45 with the length of 15.5. After subtracting your half length from your blouse length, whatever you get, you add 1.5 to it. And also you add your radius, and the radius I'll be using in this video is 7 inches. So now I'll be marking out my 15.5 as calculated. So after marking it out like that, round like that, I will place my tape rule at that point, and I'm going to mark out my radius, which is 7 inches. I'm going to mark it out like that, round like that. I'll be marking it out round like that. After marking it round, make sure you retake your measurements to be well assured that your circumference, you get exact circumference that you want. So, and that is what I'm doing here. So if it is correct, you can cut it off. If it is not correct, that means your calculation is not correct. So you are going to cut it off like this. So guys, if you are new to my channel, I welcome you to Let's Do It Together family. Support me by subscribing to my channel, like my video, share it among friends and family, and give me a very big thumbs up if you find it helpful. Give me a very big thumbs up. And if you did not understand what I'm doing here, maybe you did not understand the video, make sure you drop your comments in the comment section, and I will get back to you. I will explain better. So after cutting it off, make sure you notch out the 4 corners area of your flared, open it up, and this is the result that I've got. Then I'm going to cut my lining the same way, the same length, and also I'll be adding interfacing to this flared. And here is the interfacing I'm using. I'm using paper stay. It's more or less like stay, so I love using it instead of stay. So I'll be folding it. Just watch the way I fold my paper stay. That's exactly the way you are going to fold your Ankara out. So I'll be folding my paper stay like that, making sure that my flared and my paper stay is corresponded. After that, I'm going to cut it off like that. So after cutting it off, I will open up my paper stay, then I will refold again. Same thing, same way, the way I cut my flared. So I'm going to refold it, fold it again, then I will cut it out. The same things with my fabric. You can either add interfacing to both your Ankara fabric and your So after cutting it off, I'm going to place my flared on top like this. Then I will cut it the same way. As you can see, I will use my irons to press it down, and also I will cut my lining the same way. Then the next thing now is to join the flare together. So after pressing my interfacing to my Ankara fabric, I'm going to open everything like this. As you can see, it's a very big circle, and I'm going to place my lining on top like this. Then I will pin it down. Remember that we've notched all the four corners area of our flare, and I'm going to match all those areas that I've notched together like so. Then I will pin it down like that. After pinning it down, I'm going to place it on my machine, then sew it round. It's very easy. This is single flared 360-degree flared. It's very common. It's very common and easy to make. So I'm going to pin everything down. This area is very essential for beginners. If you're beginners in the house, please make sure you make use of your office pin. Make use of your office pin. Very important. It always make your works neat, perfect. And mind you, you can either sew it round like this, or you slash one side from your flare, following the area that you've notched, and before you use your lining to turn it outside. But this is the way I used to sew my flare, and it works for me. It makes my works neat, less stress, and what can I say? I just love it. So guys, once again, let me remember you, support me by subscribing to my channel. That's the only way you can encourage me. That's the only way you can pay me. Subscribe to my channel, like it, share it. Let me know that you are following up by dropping your comments. So after sewing it round, I'm going to notch it round like that. After notching it round, then look for one area that you are going to use as your zip allowance. One area that you've notched like that. Just pick one area that you've notched, pin it down like that. Then after pinning it down, then you are going to sew by 0.25 side by side. Just follow my steps, follow what I'm doing, then you will understand what I'm trying to say here. So I'm going to sew it down like that, and this is what I've got. After sewing it down, I'm going to remove my office pin. Then I'm going to use my scissors to slash through the middle. After slashing through the middle, I'm going to notch it bit by bit. You can either notch your dress or top stitch, so don't forget. But here I make use of notch all through. So after notching it, you are going to turn it outside, pin it down, because you are going to sew the edge of your flared round. That's why I'm pinning it down. After sewing it round, use your iron to press it. Then you will definitely love the outcome. It's very easy to make, and here is the finishing. It's very neat, so neat. You can try yours with this method. So let's go to the second one. So now I'm going to be dealing with 720-degree peplum using the following calculation. Pay attention to this calculation. It's very important. Here now I'll be showing you how I fold the two edge of my Ankara into two. Then I refold it again like this. Wash it patiently. I refold it again like this. Then the measurement I'm dealing with here is 10.5. So I'm going to measure that 10.5, making sure that it is 10.5. So after measuring it out, I'm going to cut it off. What I'm doing here is I'm measuring my 10.5, making sure that it's very correspondent. So I'm going to cut it off like that. That is how to measure out your the amount of fabric you are going to use for your flared. That is how to measure it out. So from your fabric, after cutting it off, you are going to open it up, then you refold it again like this. You refold again like this. So here is what I have. I close it up, then I'm going to fold this one into 4. I fold it 1, then I refold again. So I need 8 pieces. 8 pieces from this flared. So because I'll be making use of double 360-degree flared, making 720. So we are making 360 times 2 flared. So that is why I fold it into 4. Can I call it 4? So now I'll be marking out my 10.5. Marking out my 10.5 like this. Do not forget the radius I'll be using in this video is 2 inches. Is 2 inches. So if you want to understand how I get 2 inches in this video, watch the beginning of this tutorial very well. You will understand. But if you want me to do another video to explain better concerning this video, or I'm always at your service. So rechecking, maybe my radius is correct with what I'm looking for. After that, I'm going to cut it off. I'll be cutting it off like this. And here we have, do not forget to notch all the important areas of your flared. Do not forget to notch. They are going to stand as a guideline to you. So here is what I've got here. I have double flared. So in this tutorial, I'm going to cut interfacing to my fabric, and also I'll be cutting interfacing to my lining. So everything is going to be 2, 2. You cut out your lining and your interfacing the same way you cut your fabric. So here is what I have, and also with the lining, everything is going to be 2, 2. So let's join it. So before you join, you are going to slash one side of your flared. This is what I've done here. I slash one side of my flared, following the area that I've notched. Very, very important, not just any area. So, and also to my fabric, I'm going to notch one side like that. I'll be doing that to both of them. So guys, if you are new to my channel, I welcome you. Welcome to Let's Do It Together family. So support me by subscribing to my channel. This is what I need from you. Subscribe to my channel, and also do not forget to press the notification bell so that we notify anytime I drop a new video. Here we are. I've slashed my 2 flared, then I'm going to join the 2 sides together like that, placing each of my flared on top of each other. Then I'll be joining both sides. I'll be joining the 2 sides by 0.25. Same thing with my lining. I'll be joining them, placing them on top of each other. Then I'll be joining them by 0.25. Be joining them by 0.25. So I will come back and show you what I've got, and this is it. So the 2 sides that I've joined is going to stand for my both side waist. It's going to stand for my both side waist. So here is it. Without even joining, you can see the outcome of my flare that is forming already. So before then, I'm going to reduce the length of my lining, because I cut it the same way I cut my fabric, but it's very important for you to reduce the length of your lining by 0.5. After that, place it on top of your flared and pin it down, following your guideline, which is the area that you've notched then you pin it down like that, then you place it on your machine, then and sew it round. This is what I'm doing here. After sewing it round, then you pick up your scissors and notch it bit by bit. There are two ways to do this to make your dress balance. You can either notch it or top stitch, and you can either do both. Either notch, you can notch, and you can top stitch. So those tools make your work balance, and that is what I'm using here. So guys, after notching it, I've already told you that the two sides that I've joined will stand for my both side waist. Then you are going to determine where your zip allowance will fall to. So I will be using here as my front and here as my back, or you can use here as your front, then you use the other flared as your back. Just find the midpoint of one of your flared, then you join it like this, pin it down. The midpoint, very very important, the midpoint of your one of your flared, the area where you've notched already, then you pin it down. Same way, same thing, the way I sew the other flared, you are going to pin it down, then sew it by 0.25. So this is the method I used to sew my flared, and it works for me perfectly. You can also do yours like this, and if you wish, you can slash your flared before using lining to turn it outside. So but for me, this is how I used to do my own, and it makes my work neat. So follow this tutorial, and guys, do not forget to give me a very big thumbs up if you find it helpful. Give me a very very big thumbs up, and if you have any question concerning this video, please make sure you drop it in the comment section. So pin it down like that and sew it side by side by 0.25. And sew it side by side by 0.25. I'm going to place it on my machine now, sew it, and I'll come back and show you what I have there. And this is it. Remove your pin, then use your scissors to slash through the middle. Then make sure you notch it and turn it outside. Guys, as you can see, it's very simple, easy to make. The area where I know that we have problems is the area of calculation. So if you want me to do a perfect calculation concerning this video, make sure you drop it in the comment section. So guys, here is the final look. It's very beautiful, neat and perfect fall as expected. So this is very very nice on me. So guys, I will see you in the next video. Thank you.